Hey everybody, it's your old pal Robert from ThrillRide.com. How you doing? So this week I'm in Orlando, Florida. My company and I are here to attend the International Association of Amusement Park and Attractions, big annual trade show. They do several of these around the world every year, but the biggest takes place in Orlando, Florida. And essentially, this is where you come to shop for everything you need to build an amusement park. Turnstiles, roller coasters, cotton candy, whatever you need. It's crazy. And I believe if you walk every aisle on the show floor, you're coming over 9 miles. It's out of control. But always a lot of fun stuff to see here. And of course, we haven't been back in a couple of years due to the pandemic. So really excited to be soaking up some of the cool stuff that will be coming to an amusement or theme park near you soon. And we have a few projects we're working on that are going to have a little taste of things to come on the show floor as well. So kind of excited about that. And then gonna spend a few extra days here on this side of the country and enjoying some fun stuff. So might get a little taste of that as well. So let's go check it out. It really is a monumentally gigantic complex here. It's always a little daunting getting ready to go in. It's like, okay, got a few days of madness here, but it's really fun madness. So yeah, I do look forward to it, even though I'm exhausted by the time the week's over. All right, here we are heading into the mall. It's always a bundle of crazy activity down here. So let's brace for impact. And the insanity begins. Here we are. Oh, and right here at the corner, Extreme Engineering with a suspended coaster. Nice. And here's what the lay of the land is. It's a big haul. There he is, Thomas the Tank Engine. I love the moving eyes. That is great. Yeah, so this is going to be one of the e-ticket attractions at the Mattel Adventure Park that we've put a lot of work into. So very excited. Good old Chance Ride's been around for quite some time, and they keep growing and evolving. And yeah, we're doing a lot of work with them right now. So I'm all on Team Chance, baby. And this is a carousel vehicle that is one of the more unique and beautifully decorated carousel cars I've ever seen. Look at that. This is a hummingbird of some kind. Really nice. I think the plan is to use these on Ferris wheels at zoos. Or I said carousels, didn't I? Carousels at zoos, yeah. And of course, one of the most beautiful coaster trains on display here this year, the Bone Shaker. It's going to be the family coaster at Mattel Adventure Park. And pretty exciting. It's going to be up on the roof. Got a beautiful spiral finale. But again, as ride vehicles go, that is pretty hard to beat. Yeah, that is a pin-out ride. Very nice. Now, they don't have a coaster vehicle on display here, but one of the other big attractions at the park is going to be this amazing looping coaster. Launch looping coaster. And yeah, we're working on that one too. Super excited. I have not been on their lightning run at Kentucky Kingdom, but all reports are glowing, so we're really thrilled to be bringing this first Chance launch coaster to the marketplace. A lot of fun. You're gonna dig it. And of course, I can never come to IAAPA without stopping by the Premier Rides booth. They are really one of my favorite companies in the industry, run by great people, and they do great work. And of course, I have a nice history with Premier. I met Jim Shea at the media preview for Batman and Robin: The Chiller, A Great Adventure. I think it was 1997. It was like the first major industry leader interview I did, and I was scared to death, and he was incredibly kind and let me ask my silly question and answer them very very nicely. But yeah, love their stuff. Yeah, I was hoping to get to SeaWorld and check out their icebreaker coaster. Not going to happen this trip, but I do have plans to get to Tampa Bay. So we'll see how that goes. Always love coming by the S&S booth as well. Look at this. I got their Axis coaster vehicles on the floor. Very cool. And I believe they announced that a park in Europe is going to be building one of these. So we're finally going to get our general public access coaster, and this looks so great. I think this is going to take the industry by storm. I'm really looking forward to trying out one of these bad boys. And of course, S&S still building their Screamin' Swings, another ride that I normally would have avoided up until pretty recently, but now that I've kind of overcome my fear of heights, the big swing they have at Cedar Point, Skyhawk, I think, totally amazing. Love it. And so this new mega Screamin' Swing coming to Tampa. Yeah, looking forward to that. And it's funny, I did get to ride the Batman version of this 4D free spin coaster that they make at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom last summer. I was terrified. It took a lot to get me out of that ride, but I did ride it once. It is intense. Very gentle, and I enjoyed it a lot, but I don't think I could do that more than once a day. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Zamperla's coming on strong. They're doing a lot of new ride development, and coasters seem to be very high on their agenda. Of course, a lot of rumors flying about what they may or may not be doing to upgrade Cedar Point's Top Thrill Dragster. To be seen eventually. But yeah, here's this Lightning coaster that they're revamping for Playland at Pacific Northwest Exposition. And this Nebula spinner, this flat ride, I just love this to death. I'm not sure if I'd enjoy the ride sensation, but as a piece of kinetic sculpture, oh man, just absolutely enthralling. Really brilliant. And the light show you can put on with this thing, yeah, this is a great night ride. And they've got this really cool super flume boat here as well. Yeah, water rides are pretty great. I know they're kind of expensive to maintain and operate, but there's something magical. The elemental slosh and gurgle as you're kind of trundling around a flume ride trough. It's great. And then of course on a hot summer day, man, they can't be beat. Yeah, and here's a look at the Zamperla universe, all the different rides they built and various projects, and of course the two parks they actually operate at Coney Island. One of my favorite things at IAAPA are all the ride models on display, and this little Impact flat ride themed to the Olympics. I like it. That's a pretty cool idea. Well, that's a pretty fun barnstorming kind of ride. Little like Zamperla's Air Racer, which is a spinner I completely love. But that is really fun. Kind of a kiddie mega thrill ride almost. That's neat. And here we are, the Bulgar Mabyard booth. Oh yeah. Another one of the must-see booths whenever coming to IAAPA. And this year, of course, they've got this stunning train for the new SeaWorld surf coaster, Pipeline. I am beyond intrigued to get on this thing and discover what the ride experience is going to be like. And here it is in 2022, and we are on the verge of seeing a new stand-up coaster get built. That kind of blows my mind. Who would have thunk it? You know, I would hazard to say that for all the amazing innovations B&M has introduced into the industry, it's their seating systems and restraint systems that have been as revolutionary as anything else they've done. Their rides are just as comfortable as you can imagine, and in a large part that is due to the seat design. Just incredible. And there's some people enjoying a little free drop tower action. Love it. So More Rides has this spike coaster they're promoting, which is a pretty intriguing concept. But what's really amazing is this kind of hyper model that they're promoting, which I believe is called the Omega. Is that right? Look at this insane track design. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, looking forward to seeing when one of these gets purchased and installed somewhere. Yeah, see, they're incorporating some active suspension into their seat system on this coaster as well. So yeah, that is a innovation that I think is going to pepper through a lot of different ride manufacturers. Yep, they got indoor roller coasters too. A little Visa compact spinning coaster, a popular model to see at FECs and pizza parlors, that kind of thing. And yeah, the kids love this stuff. Always a line of families waiting to get on some of the functioning ride. The barrels of fun. Nice. Of course, Intamin is always a key exhibitor here at the show, and they got a lot of exciting things going on. Yeah, promoting all kinds of non-coasters as well. Flume rides, water rides, flying family rides. And of course, they've got the Arctic Rescue Coaster coming to SeaWorld San Diego. Gonna be very excited to have that in my side of the country. Yeah, that is a nice looking vehicle, very cool. I hope they deliver on the theming inside the former Wild Arctic building, where they're going to put the kind of the load in the beginning of the ride, the dark ride section. So, and Catapult Falls, their new launched flume ride that's going to open in San Antonio. I'm very, very much intrigued. I've been dreaming about adding launches to water rides for quite a bit, so glad to see somebody's making that happen. And I knew I'd really kind of mostly conquered my fear of heights when I got on Falcon's Fury. Their tilt straight drop down freefall tower at Busch Gardens Tampa. I still get a little nervous, but I love this ride and I'll always ride it. And of course, I'm going to be sampling one of their latest and greatest, the VelociCoaster, I hope, while I'm here in town. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Beautiful. And there's the car for the new Big Bear Mountain Coaster going into Dollywood from our very good friends at Vekoma. This company, the turnaround they have executed in the last few years is nothing short of stunning. I have not yet been on one of the new generation Vekoma coasters, but the word I've gotten from China, Europe is just, again, A+ work. And some of this new stuff they're building is looking so good. I'm just dying to get to Dollywood when this is open. I haven't been on Lightning Rod yet either. Alright, I'm at the Gravity Group booth, and look at this coaster train they have on display, this leaf car. That is a work of art. Oh, beautiful. Oh my god, the detail, come on! So nice. Oh yeah. I approve of the pirate theming, 100%. Wait, I tell you, you never know what you're gonna find on the show floor. Inflatable office. Upgrade your office with inflatable office rental software. How the best grow the most. Well, they do sell a ton of inflatables here. We're actually kind of heading down to Inflatable Corner. It is a virtual cityscape of inflatables, and pretty much anything you can imagine, they can turn into a giant air-filled bounce house. Wow. A whole carnival. Some sort of game. Look at that. An inflatable shooting game. Darts. I love that. Oh no, it's inflatable axe throwing. And they got a bug house themed bounce house. Very cool. And of course, this one is sold. All right, well done. I'm not sure I quite get this mugshot thing going on unless they're making some sort of very sly snow reference of some kind. That feels a little adult, but who knows. I don't know if there is such a thing as having a fetish for inflatable bounce houses, but if that is such a thing, this is your mecca. Because again, it just goes forever. I kind of dig this tropical theme here. Palm trees and everything. Yeah. For your next Hawaiian themed party, that's actually really neat. I dig it. And it's not just indoors. There's this whole outdoor section. They used to call it the Magical Midway, but now it's just outdoor exhibits. But plenty more large-scale installations, inflatables, zip lines, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's comprehensive. And of course, there's a Baby Shark game ride. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty cute. There's Here's a very handsome little train, the Celebration Express. Like it. Oh, this is what I need for the next Halloween. Jack-o'-lantern journey. Love this. What a cool environment. Oh man, this is great. Bella, Christina Ricci's Wednesday. Some Disney character. Oh, there he is. Dragon is cool. Yeah. This is great. So this looks like some sort of post-apocalyptic zombie shooting game called After the Fall. And I did one of these a few years ago, where you get into this kind of arena space and you put on a set of VR goggles and you're in a courtyard and zombies start coming at you and you've got to defend yourself. And while I was doing it, my boss came up behind me and grabbed me and I jumped about 20 feet in the air. It was pretty awesome. Well, okay then. Oh wow. Anything Ghostbusters themed is always going to get my attention. What is this? Ghostbusters Academy. Oh wow. Yeah, some sort of interactive dark ride. Sweet.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Oh, so it's a VR experience. Cool.
Try to get the hang of it.
I want this bad. In a park or in my own home, I don't care. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's a VR grave digger experience. Yeah, you put on the goggles and ride this incredible motion base. That's sweet. The grave digger. This reminds me of the kind of off-road buggy ride they offer at Gatorland here in Orlando. Also super fun. Highly recommended. Street curling. It's a thing. And I guess it may come to a theme park, amusement park, or family entertainment center near you soon. Well, of course, we're still in November, but Christmas is coming on strong. And I do appreciate this Donkin Christmas tree. I'm not quite sure what that means. Let's head on over and see what's going on. But you can see a lot of vertical height in this showroom, so you can bring in some pretty big scenic. So this is pretty amazing. They've got a 3D printed Game of Thrones throne. That's huge. Total print time 4 parts, 8 days, 11 hours, 44 minutes. Wow. I'm telling you, lighting, man, it's magic, and it just draws you in like a tractor beam. It's a nice winter wonderland. Beautiful. And here's the dynamic attractions booth, and of course we do a ton of work with them. Amazing company. They built the ride systems for Wings Over Washington, our flying theater in Seattle, and we're working on another project with them right now. Yeah, they're quality stuff. So a couple of new items that Dynamic is marketing are these kind of 360 motion-based theater platforms that can rock and roll the whole turntable and then rotate it 360, and a kind of really cool, smaller flying theater hardware system. So if you have a kind of a small footprint and you don't need the capacity of their larger platforms, they've got this. And yeah, they're working on some pretty interesting coasters, including that long in development coaster for Ferrari World. Hopefully that opens soon. And then here is a look at their kind of like motion base on a track system dark ride technology. Again, you never know what you're going to see. So here's a Mini Cooper covered with Swarovski crystals. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to take that on. Oh, we're at the Ripley's Believe It or Not booth. Well, that makes a lot of sense. How do you like that? Wow. I think you look up bling in the dictionary and that's the picture you're going to see. Hello, beautiful. One element of the Mattel Adventure Park that has been an absolute pleasure to be working on is the He-Man versus Skeletor laser tag. Now, I was late to the laser tag game. I never played laser tag for the first time until I think 2018, and I loved it. super fun. But this is going to be laser tag on a whole new level, and these scenic elements have been quite the hit at the show. It's just the nostalgia bath is warm and cozy, baby. It's funny, when we started talking about what this experience would be, and the fact that it would be Team Skeletor versus Team He-Man, my first thought was, no one's going to want to be on Team Skeletor. And when I saw the team logo designs that they're going to apply to the vests, I'm like, I want to be on Team Skeletor. It's going to be so great. And I love the way they sculpted these photo op figures to look exactly like the original toy, with all the joints in place, all the painted on scenic. It is totally authentic to the original figures, and it's just magnificent. Dennis Woodland has done an absolutely superlative job with this. And you know, real He-Man fans will note on his chest plate that has the original cross, not the H on the modern iteration of He-Man. So this is legit OG. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Daniels Woodland does amazing work, so it's really great to finally be doing an attraction with them. And they are building a dark ride. We're building some of the scenic for a dark ride that is going into Monterey, California. Treasure Hunt the Ride. They're working with Sally, another company we love, and they have this beautiful tentacle here on display. I am digging this skeleton on his nightmare mount. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Now that is a big Frankenstein's monster. See, here's a pretty interesting looking exhibitor, Megaverse. They're using the Vive VR technology, and it looks like they got some pretty cool escape room options that use VR. Cool. More of a high-tech kind of escape room. Nice. Well, unfortunately, the Animal Kingdom Kite Show, I think it's been retired forever, but the manufacturers of the hardware, Kiteman Productions, there they are. That is a pretty cool looking kite. I've never seen the show, and seeing it in person, yeah, that's impressive. And I guess I'm in kind of the gaming zone. Yeah, you got your Fast and Furious arcade machines. Over here, Rick and Morty, the game. I can't imagine quite how you'd work that franchise into a gaming experience. I thought it'd maybe be a portal gun shooter. I don't know, but I love me some Rick and Morty. So this is interesting. This is a company called Noble Rides, and this is their first appearance at IAAPA. And my understanding is this is kind of an offshoot of Jinma, which is a company based in China that is trying to market more of its attractions here in the US. So they're sharing a booth with Wisdom Rides, a company that's been in the business for quite some time. And you probably heard of this company, RMC, Rocky Mountain Coasters. They're young, they're new on the scene, but I think they're going to go places. I think this company is going to really blow up. Of course, I'm kidding. This company is now maybe the premier supplier of roller coasters in the world. They are certainly very, very busy, and I love their rides so much. And look at this beauty. This is the lead car for Wildcats Revenge. They're kind of a revamp of the former GCI Woody at Hershey Park. That is freaking stunning. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And you know, I was kind of schooled because when they made the announcement, they said after 100 years, Wildcats Revenge is back. And I had forgotten that in 1923, Hershey Park built its first Wildcat. So nice little throwback to early Hershey history. Look at that. Yeah, so this is Skylines. I think they call this, I don't know what it is, but it's a single rail family coaster system, the Spaghetti Bowl. But look, they can embed LED panels onto the rail system itself. That is sweet. Oh, and here's their kind of model for the family racing coaster version. Yeah, that's cool. But man, this track system, I'm on board with that. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's the proper name, Trail Runner. And look at this beautiful model. If I were going to do anything else in this industry, it'd be building models like this. I don't have the skills for it, but man, they are gorgeous. Just love that to death. Well, we can't come to the show floor without stopping by the Sally Dark Rides booth, and they've got this awesome Haunted Hotel Dark Ride facade, and I guess it's going to Funtown Splashdown USA in Maine. Love that, but you know, animatronics, the best. Oh, she's awesome. Yeah. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Hopefully I get up to Maine and check you out someday. Enjoy your show. Now, in a world full of high-tech solutions, you've still got good old Philadelphia toboggan coasters. I mean, that is a classic coaster train right there. Look at that, so beautiful. And it's like a more modern design. Look at that single bench articulation. Yeah, gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's very sweet. Ah, 360. So I guess this is their train design for navigating inversions. There you go. Modern age PTC. And of course, Huss has been in the game for quite some time. I guess they've rebranded now, Huss Park Attractions, and they make a ton of flats, all kinds of rides, yeah. And they're still getting it. Oh, look, they're getting into media-based attractions as well. There you go. Yeah, and here's some advertising images for some of their major rides. That King Kong attraction, I rode that at Babajaan Land in Belgium. Super fun. And they've introduced their newest iteration of the breakdance, Breakdance 5. A flat ride I will never, ever, ever partake of, but it sure looks great. This new version, I like the kind of space theme they got going. Good old Zero, another coaster manufacturer that maybe not the biggest player in the game, but they do all kinds of really fun family attractions, and they've got a pretty broad portfolio of other types of rides. Love the Ecto X ride system up in the upper right. That's great. That is a very cool looking dark ride vehicle. All right, so here we are at the Schaller Go-Karts booth, and they are supplying Mattel Adventure Park with custom Hot Wheels go-karts. Now these are just their off-the-shelf models, and they already look pretty great, but wait till you see the customized carts we got coming. Really, really beautiful. And these are all electric too, so they're very environmentally friendly. Now, we've just passed by this model for an inflatable we've never seen before, a giant floating party island. Like, I don't know how this works, but that is audacious. Look at that. You got all your classic slides and obstacle courses, and then a DJ booth. I mean, come on. And that looks like a very, isn't that like a Star Wars thing over there? That looks like the Jabba the Hutt's palace or something. Great. All right, look at that. Straight up bullseye right there. I mean, you don't do better than that. I'm impressed. That's fantastic. So yeah, there are these kind of neighborhoods. This is the food and beverage pavilion, and these stations are always pretty popular. Lots of free samples, all sorts of good stuff. A cocktail claw machine. Okay, now there's something I'll pump some money into. Oh, we know a lot of people who would want this in their home. That is just fantastic. That is a great showpiece. Look at that. Yeah, it creates this nice bubble, and then it bursts, and you get this. That's cool. Yeah. That's pretty magical. And then here it is, one of my most anticipated rides of next year. The Reborn Zambezi Zinger Worlds of Fun. Old Schwarzkopf Speed Racer is back as a wooden coaster with a spiral lift, and I am super, super stoked. Yeah, good old Great Coasters, another must stop whenever on the show floor. Ooh, look at this beauty. Wow. So it looks like some kind of a dragon. Oh, this is the wooden dragon or wooden coaster in China. Yeah, that's the lead car. Very cool. That's a beautiful looking layout. Got to get over there some year. Yeah, and here is this positively bonkers slide complex they're building in the Middle East. I mean, it just blows my mind. Look at that thing. It's like over 200 feet tall. Insane. Yeah, you can see the little people models on there for scale. That is one big knot. of water slides.
So it's become kind of a tradition when I come out to IAAPA that I'll stay in town a few extra days and just have a little playtime. And my dear friends Daryl and Deanna from Tampa, they came into town and we spent a couple of nights at the Cabana Bay Resort, which was fantastic. The gorgeous kind of mid-century modern Universal property, really cool. And another full day at Universal Studios, which was just incredible. And finally got a chance to ride VelociCoaster. Oh, wow. So yeah, just here's a few quick highlights from little fun and games at the end of the trip.
Here at Jurassic World, we dare to imagine a world with dinosaurs. But we know you want more.
Yeah, this is hands down one of the best roller coasters, maybe the best steel roller coaster I've ever been on. So fantastic. Do yourself a favor, and if you can ride it at night, do that too. Unbelievable.
I'm leaving that in. This is one of the greatest trains of all time. Love the Jules Verne train.
Okay, on the recommendation of many, many people, came and saw this new Bourne Stuntacular show, and my goodness, did it deliver. This thing is insane. If you're here, you've got to see it. Just trust me. So good. Yeah, there it is. Earl the Squirrel actually has his own character meet and greet. That is fantastic. Oh, ain't that sweet? That is lovely. Beautiful. What a facade. Just amazing. Yeah, we just got out of Poseidon's Fury, something I haven't done since opening weekend. And, well, it isn't quite the show it used to be. It's still fun, and that water vortex tunnel is still mind-blowing. But look at that building. Absolutely gorgeous, yeah. One of the most beautiful spots in Islands.
I remember when they were building this thing, how good all the stone, this rockwork looked. Look at that entrance. Ah, beautiful.
Nice. This is without question my new favorite kind of themed hotel in Orlando. Just stunning. Look at that neon tower, so great. I'm telling you, this place is neon heaven. Just love it so much. We're not gonna get to go bowling this trip, but next trip for sure. This Cabana Bay complex is just, it's freaking gorgeous. Castaway building up here. Yeah. And I think that will bring this one to a close. So as always, thank you so much for coming along, and hope you enjoyed this trip through the madness of the IAAPA show floor. Again, it's been a couple of years since I've been, and it really did feel good to be back. Exhausting, but good to be back. And of course, I can only reiterate one more time, VelociCoaster is probably, well, it's in the top 5 of all types of rides I've ever been on. Just insane. So do check that out. All right, take care, and we will catch you in the next one.
Something's going on.